Yo, what's up? We're at Eagle Metalworks. Going to talk with Christian about this build that he's working on right now. I think it's, I know that it's a S13 240SX with an RB. I don't know exactly what he's done to it. I know he's been working on it quite a bit. Let's talk to Christian. All right, here's the car. What you working on, Christian?
Right now, just kind of finalizing the cooling system on this. It's an RB20 out of an R31. And we're just we're working on getting it running for our customer. Came to us, had like no hydraulics, so like no power steering, no cooling system, no fuel system, any of that stuff pumped. He really wants to get this car running. It's been sitting for quite a few years, so right now I'm just working on, I already got the top chase base radiator installed. I had to cut and modify the core support, the whole bottom of it. There's quite a lot of metal back there that has to be cut out. So I cut all that out and then re-welded that lower core support to make sure it's nice and strong. So we got that installed right now. I'm working on getting these radiator hoses installed and just getting that all fitted. I already got the power steering for the most part plumbed up. I'm waiting for one more fitting for that. And then I got some fittings on the way for the breather system. That's the catch can there. That'll go over to the radium press fit fittings that we installed. These are pretty neat. They swivel. They're pressed into the valve covers, so they'll stay there. We'll be able to get proper ventilation for the engine. I've gotten the fuel system plumbed up. So we got the return line there, feeds in the back, and then we got a fuel pressure regulator here. I'm just waiting for the fuel pressure gauge to show up for that. And then I just got to kind of tidy up a few more things. Just make sure it's ready mechanically, that it's all good to go, and get all the electronics done, which will go over to MFT Solutions, and he'll do all the wiring, make sure all the electronics, the ECU, all that stuff's ready to go to get this car started and running.
Nice. A little bit of work. Just a little bit.
Tiny bit.
Is this a typical engine swap into this chassis? It's a RB20?
Yeah, RB swaps have been happening for years and years and years. It's actually a pretty common swap. It's a little bit expensive just because it's not as available. Like, you can't find US counterpart pieces for it like you can for a 2J or LS or whatever. So it does make it a little bit more intriguing to a lot of people that has like deeper Japanese roots. So this one's a little bit more unique because the engine did come out of an R31, so like the head and a few other things are a bit different. So you can't just go and grab a bunch of off-the-shelf parts to make this swap work with an R31 engine. You have to actually put in a little effort to make it work. But it's been done. We're not the first. It's been done plenty of times. You know, RB26s are obviously like the De La Creme RB swap. But RB20s are cool. They're a bit cheaper. You still make some pretty solid power on it. I think the goal for this one's like 400 or 500. I don't think the customer wants a whole lot of power out of the car. Just wants a really fun street cruiser, take it a drag strip every once in a while, have some fun with it.
Nice. You know, that's reminds me of a question I want to ask. So, like, obviously the customer knows about cars and is familiar with cars. They acquired the car, but why would someone not exactly feel comfortable doing this in their garage as just like, you know, a do-it-yourself project? Why would someone need to come to you that has experience? Like, you know, what are the big hurdles and challenges with a swap like this?
It could be as simple. I mean, everybody has their own skill set, has their own tools, you know, so on and so forth. In most cases, I run into the fact a lot of people don't have the tools or haven't invested all the money into that kind of stuff, nor do they really absolutely need to. I've invested countless of thousands of dollars into tools to make sure I can do these jobs. I don't know everything. I'm pretty smart, but it's also being kind of just hands-on and figuring things out. Some people just don't want to deal with it. Some people would rather have someone else deal with figuring out issues and things that arise to make things fit. It's just dependent. It's all dependent on what that person wants to get involved into. And I mean, a lot of this stuff was done by him. I know he's got a couple other cars he's put together and has really good, solid mechanical skills, and he puts them to use. But it's maybe he doesn't have time, whatever the case may be. We're here, we're able, we have the tooling, we have the knowledge, we can make it happen.
Nice. So I'm seeing you use a lot of radium and chase base components. Is it nice to know? I mean, do you just know off the top of your head, like, I trust chase base products and that's a company who's really making quality stuff that you can rely on to do builds like this?
Yeah, I mean, I've used them in my cars. I really like their products. They're well built. Some people have some issues with some things, but I mean, anything built in the world is gonna have problems. I mean, you're never gonna get away from something breaking or, a part that wasn't, was built on a Friday or manufactured wrong one time and whatever. But time and time again, I've had great success with chase base. Radium's kind of a new one for me. I like the craftsmanship they have. The parts seem solid. We'll see how they hold up, but they're pretty well proven. I mean, a lot of FD drivers, a lot of people around the world are making parts. So I'm happy to give it a try and see how it goes.
Nice. I know you're typically known for working on a lot of European stuff, and this being a JDM car, is that kind of a hard switch, or is it just like parts are parts? Doesn't really...
It can definitely be a hard switch. I mean, obviously every engine, every car has its own quirks and ways to work about things. But it's all nuts and bolts to me in sheet metal, so I have a pretty easy understanding of figuring things out. I've worked on a few S13s before. I helped my teammate put together an NA 2J S13, which obviously put my hands pretty well deep into the car and figuring things out. So that helps working on some of these cars and understanding them. I do prefer to work on European cars though. I like BMWs, mainly E36 E46. That's really all I like.
Nice. What do you think of Clutch Masters? You got this big banner behind you that says Clutch Masters. Do you use Clutch?
Is the best clutch out there. I mean, hands down. I've been running it the last 4 years without any issues. They've had great support anytime I need anything. They've made sure I've had clutches overnighted, always taking care of me. And that's mainly just because I've ordered clutches for other people. Not that I've had issues with mine. Mine's been flawless. But solid systems. I really enjoy those guys. They do a great job and they have a fantastic product.
Anything else you want to add about this? I mean, the car is not done. Kind of catching you at the middle of the work here just because I wanted to document it. I think it's cool that you're doing it. How many more hours do you think you have until you hand this off to Eric at MFT?
I'd say probably a good another 8 to 10 hours or so. I just got to plumb a few more things. We got to build the downpipe and exhaust and a few other things, but not too much left.
Nice. Right on. Well, thanks for your time, Christian.
Sure.
All right.